And we're live.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 184. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, the guy that went out this morning before the show to pick up some debris in the yard so Trish could park in her driveway. That's my son, Matt.
Just call me the Garbage Man.
Garbage Man.
That's my nickname today.
Yeah, I guess it was a wild night last night. We'll get to that in a minute. But thank you so much for choosing us today. We know you have so many choices. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please hit the like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 and also available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, the Tuesday Top 5 this week looks at our favorite ice cream flavors. Am I the A-hole returns today with an interesting question or two for you. We'll check the latest voting at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Remember, Dolly Parton does not want to be voted in. She may not get her wish. And we have a brand new Stumpah coming up today. So that and more is on the way, but evidently a wild night last night. And I guess I slept through it. I got up this morning and I came downstairs. I looked out the back door and we had the recycling out yesterday. It was Patriots Day in Massachusetts, but we just weren't sure if they were going to pick it up or not. Better to be safe than sorry. We put the recycling out last night and the garbage. And, or actually put it out the night before. And, yeah, the wind took it, blew the cardboard all over the place.
We got like a plastic Adirondack chair that we're getting rid of. Blew that all over the place. There's trash everywhere.
Rocking chairs are down.
I just raked the yard.
It always happens that way.
You know?
I posted
There's probably, I haven't looked, but there's probably sticks all over the place.
I posted a picture of our weeping cherry tree, I think it's called. How it was blooming the other day.
I've never seen a cherry on that thing, so.
This is true. But it never fails that, it gets these beautiful white flowers blooming, and then we have a windstorm or rainstorm that just washes everything away.
It's ruined. Ruined.
Yeah, so crazy last night, I guess. But the funny thing was the stove was blinking. The clock on the stove, it was blinking, so power outage.
Yeah.
But it was still at the right time, so it must have been just a power surge.
And the microwave wasn't blinking.
Right.
And my alarm clock, it wasn't blinking, but I woke up and it said 1:30 p.m. I was like, missed the show.
Yeah. And it was really only
overslept.
7:20 when that.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but yeah.
I went to call Trish this morning. She's on her way home. Should be here within, I guess, 10 minutes. But I went to call Trish this morning, and every time I hit call on my phone, it showed me call failed.
I was like, maybe the world's ending.
Call failed. I was like, do we have no phone?
Who knows?
Then I had to check to see if we have internet, because we wouldn't be here.
Dana said, how did you sleep through that? I slept through that massive thunderstorm the other day.
Yeah,
apparently,
you did.
I just sleep through anything.
I did. I feel like I woke up a few times during the night. I feel it was broken sleep. But never.
That's just a normal day for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I never came to, full consciousness where it's like, whoa, it's a storm.
Like, I heard the wind picking up a little bit before I went to bed last night, but nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, you woke up and it was insane. Everything was everywhere. There's like a ceramic plant pot flipped over. I'm like, and it's a hefty plant pot. I have to move it every time I cut the grass.
Oh, right.
A lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
Things flipped over. I don't even know how that happens.
I texted Miss Mary Jane, our neighbor down the street.
Yeah.
I texted her. I said, wild night last night. When did that happen? She was like, all night long. So
slept through it.
I guess. Anyway, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 19th. Welcome to National Amaretto Day. It's a drink. It's made from bitter almonds or apricot kernels or both. Doesn't sound too enticing, but if you've had amaretto, it's not. I don't think it's that bad. I've had it before. It's National Garlic Day. Who doesn't love a little garlic when cooking? Although probably a good idea to keep some breath mints handy. And it's also National Hanging Out Day. And when I first saw this, I thought, what's a day to hang out with friends? Nope. This day encourages us to learn the benefits, both financially and environmentally, of using a clothesline for drying your laundry. So that's the reason behind National Hanging Out Day. It's not hanging out with friends, it's hanging your laundry out to dry. which is something Trish loves to do. And she'll put sheets out there in the winter if it's a fairly decent day.
Which, I can't stand. But anyways, I can't tell the difference between drier dried sheets and outside dried sheets. But
I think you just opened yourself up for a bunch
sue me,
of chats.
I guess. I get the same amount of sleep.
Yeah, but they have a fresher smell to them, I think.
We live by the ocean. If anything, they smell like fish. So I'll pass.
Okay. On the Datebook today was on this day in 1775, the American Revolution began in Lexington. The shot heard round the world took place in Concord later that day. On this day in 1897, it was the very first Boston Marathon. 1897. It was won by John J. McDermott in 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 10 seconds, which you and I may think is fast, but I think, aren't they coming in like right around the 2-hour mark now?
I have no idea. All I know is the winner ran a 4 minute and 27 mile at like mile 22. I'm like, how is that even possible?
Wow.
How do you run your best mile at mile 22?
I know. You would think the best miles at the beginning, right?
Or at the end, like maybe you pace yourself the whole way, and then
So
you're
you
like,
have
all
a
right,
kick left?
I gotta punch it. But
Yeah.
mile 22, interesting. But 4 minutes? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Couldn't even dream of that.
Congratulations, by the way, to everyone that ran the Boston Marathon yesterday.
That's awesome.
It's funny how everybody must know somebody, right, that ran. It's one of those, Kevin Bacon connections we all make.
Yeah.
It's like, I must have
Kevin
had.
Bacon connection.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
Mm-mm.
There's somehow.
Kevin Bacon know a lot of people.
Well, what is the Kevin Bacon thing? There's like seven. Most people can make 7 connections to Kevin Bacon.
Can you?
I don't know. I haven't spent enough time on it.
Okay.
No, but
I don't think I could.
It's usually
personally.
like you know somebody
Yeah.
who knows somebody who's related to somebody who once bumped into Kevin Bacon.
Okay. Kevin Bacon
crazy.
just gets around, apparently.
I got to look up that theory.
Very outgoing man.
Yeah. No, but I had, let's see. The people we bought, to give you an idea, the people we bought this house from, okay, Jim and Marcia, their son Ryan is married to Tori, who ran the marathon yesterday.
There
So
you
it's
go.
like
There's a
everybody's
connection.
got a
Yep.
connection somehow.
Yep. Miss Mary Jane knew somebody that ran.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. One of her nieces, I think, right?
2 people. We're up to 2 people.
We're up to 2. Oh,
This is going to be a whole show of us figuring out people we knew that ran the marathon.
and how many people were there that ran? So we'll get to them all
My
before 9.
3rd grade teachers, neighbors, sisters,
The
girlfriends, dogs,
the girls,
3rd cousins,
When was
mailman,
Was she the
his milkman. There still are milkmen, apparently.
Yes, there are, evidently. Yeah.
He ran the marathon
Okay.
with a jug of milk.
Why don't we just say congratulations to all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was on this day in 1965 we had the first all-news radio station. It was 1010 Winds, WINS in New York. It began operating. On this day in 1967, the Beatles signed a contract to stay together for 10 years. Yeah, they didn't make it.
Damn.
On this day in 1971, Charles Manson was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Sharon Tate. 1982, Sally Ride was named the first American woman astronaut. And on this day in 2021, NASA successfully flies its drone helicopter, Ingenuity, on Mars. That was the first powered aircraft to fly on another world.
It was a big deal.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And the woman who designed it, I guess, she was, of course, she was a nervous wreck leading up
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
the whole team when like the new rover was landing on Mars, because if they mess that up, there's nothing you can do. It's
No.
on Mars.
Whole mission's can't go
you
fix
can't
it.
find out how it goes until because of the delay. There's like a 10 minutes delay or something like that.
Yes.
So they're all just sitting there like it could be exploded right now. We have no idea. And then they just get ones and zeros that they put together and they're like, no, it's okay. It's okay. And
Hey,
everybody goes crazy.
we're good. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Celebrity birthdays today. Baseball player Rick Miller, who coached in New Bedford, the New Bedford Bay Sox a couple of years. He's 74. Actor James Franco is 44. Kate Hudson, 43. Hayden Christensen is 41. Football's Troy Polamalu, the guy with the hair for the Steelers. He's 41. Baseball's Joe Mauer, 35. And tennis great Maria Sharapova is 35. All right, lots of people in the chats. What's the buzz today?
Yeah, a lot of people talking about a gloomy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Emily says nothing worse than a gloomy Tuesday.
And Doug and Marla are visiting, so we're trying to come up. What do you want? You want to go to a movie? It's like
you guys got movies down there.
Yeah, it's like, do you fly that far to visit family and go to a movie?
Kat was funny. She goes, "Let's go to the Whaling Museum." I was like, all right, what are we, 7 again? I mean, not saying nothing against the Whaling Museum. We just went there a million times when it was raining. That was the rainy day thing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, maybe a lot has changed. Maybe are there new whales there? I don't know.
They do have new exhibits. They have.
Maybe we should go to the Whaling Museum.
Maybe.
Anyways, what else is going on? Abby says we got frickin' snow last night. That's how she spelled it. Frickin'. We got frickin' snow last night.
Marla told me that she was talking to her mom. Her mom and sister live in Pennsylvania. Yep. I have no idea if they're close to Mia or what. They're in a town called Greeley, Pennsylvania, and they were expecting what she said, like 4 to 10 inches,
something like that. Yeah, it was coming down bad. Yep. Which just what's going on with the planet, man? It's April 19th.
Climate change.
Yeah, I guess. Mm-hmm. I should trademark that jingle.
We did. Yeah, you should.
I should.
We did have an Easter snowstorm one year. Yeah. I can't remember how far back.
Well, I mean, Easter can be, you were telling me Easter could be like the 17th Saturday of the 47th month of the 87th year.
If you've ever wondered why Easter moves around every year, Easter Sunday has to be on the, what did I say? It has to be after the first Saturday, after the first full moon. It has to be after the full moon, which comes after the equinox. Okay? So spring was March 20th. So then we had to have a full moon, and then we could have Easter.
I'm doing the math. Next year, it'll be June 6th.
No, it won't be that late.
Anyways, Dana says, Matt, I slept through that thunderstorm, but had my ass kicked on the boo-boo bus the day before.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, maybe you should have worked the marathon.
That's right.
You would have gotten your butt kicked, and you would have slept through this storm, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. He also says a lot of Italian desserts are made with amaretto. Amaretto.
National Amaretto Day.
I was running out to the living room to get my outline. I missed what amaretto is.
Left your notes out there today.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like something I would like. I don't know what it is. Fancy name.
Yeah, it's a liqueur. And
it's a liqueur.
A liqueur.
Is it a sweet liqueur?
I think it is. It's been a long time since I've had it.
You guys know where I stand on that.
Long time since I've had it.
Let's see. Gail says, I celebrate hanging out day every time I do laundry. I love my clothesline. With 3 hearts. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of love for a clothesline. But I respect it. If you like it, go for it.
It's that fresh smell, man.
And I don't hate it. I just don't see the difference. So
okay,
it's almost like, Trish, don't waste your time, girlfriend.
That's it.
Don't waste your time, Trisha.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Danny says the women's finish of the marathon was the best I've ever seen. Was it a photo finish? Do they have cameras lined up for the photo finish?
I'm sure they do. Well, they also,
you can see it in slow motion.
All the runners have a chip now. It's either on the shoe, or I don't know if it's in the number bib, but they all have a chip.
The government
that determines when you cross.
The government.
They know where you are.
Yeah, that government. Anyways, what's going on here? Diane says 7 days of Kevin Bacon, just like the Will Smith movie from a long time ago, but it was 6 degrees of separation.
That's what it was.
And that was a movie?
I would have to look that one up.
Might have to watch it just
but
for
there are 6 degrees or 7 degrees of separation between people knowing Kevin Bacon or running into him.
By the way, Diane says if one has allergies to grass and such, they recommend you don't hang out your laundry.
Okay.
Maybe during allergy season, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, with pollen blowing.
Sneezing your way through your night's sleep.
You get all that stuff on your nice white sheets, too, you know? They turn yellow.
I don't think Trish does it in allergy season.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. Anyways, we'll get to more chats afterwards.
All right.
Back to you.
In the news this morning, a very unique piece of scary movie memorabilia is up for auction. The axe that Jack Nicholson's character used in The Shining is going up for sale through the Gotta Have Rock and Roll auction house. The bidding begins tomorrow and is expected to fetch as much as $100,000. The axe was a major part of the movie as Jack used it to kill Scatman Crothers' character and then chased after his wife and son. The axe is described as being in very good condition and is displayed in a shadow box frame. What was the line from that? Remember when he breaks through the door and he's there with this manic face, and didn't he go like, "Here's Johnny"?
I have not seen it.
Or "Where's Johnny?" Something like that. Classic. Trying to cut back on salt? Well, you might want to try a certain type of chopsticks. There's a Japanese company that has created electronic chopsticks that can trick your tongue into tasting salty flavors, even though there's no salt in the food you're eating. The chopsticks are plugged into a battery, probably with a chip too for the government. But the chopsticks are plugged into a battery that you put on your wrist, and the chopsticks use a faint electrical current to trick your mind into tasting saltiness, even though there's no salt there.
I wonder if it is enjoyable. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of work. Maybe just give up salt.
Yeah. I read this story and I'm like, how much money and research was spent in couldn't we have developed something else that would help mankind?
I mean, there's probably a lot of people that want that, but I'm just saying, do you need salt that much?
I've never really gone to a salt-free diet, so I don't know.
I mean, for people like Pete, can we get a fork like that, please?
Yeah, I can't handle chopsticks.
Pete would end up using a regular fork and then taking the chopstick and just sucking on it. Delicious.
Get my salt flavor.
Yeah, salt.
Hey, a man in Kentucky just won a $450,000 settlement because his work threw him a surprise birthday party after he explicitly told them not to. Now, listen to this. He said he told his boss specifically he didn't want anyone to make a big deal about his birthday. And it's not because he doesn't want to get older and recognize. It's because he has an anxiety disorder that makes him prone to panic attacks in stressful situations. The company didn't listen, and they planned a surprise party for him anyway, and it went about as bad as everybody would think. He sued the company for emotional distress and lost wages, and now he's nearly $500,000 richer. Wow.
Interesting.
Trish is here.
My name's not Trish.
How was your night last night? Oh, good.
Nice. A good successful day, huh? I don't have anything, Charlie.
We have no treats for you today.
Trish is going to have to get you something.
So, welcome to all the windblown tundra.
Yeah, the recycling bin was in the driveway, spilt over. But don't worry.
Yep. He took care of you.
The garbage man stepped in.
He's got your back.
A lot of people's recycling has blown over.
Yep. Charlie is in her arms. They're both wagging their tails. It's great.
That's the same dog that chewed the cover off my paperback novel last night.
Yeah. Danny says, hi, Trish.
You want to say?
Missed him yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, we heard he had the day off. Yeah.
Slacking.
Ooh, she's picking on you, Danny. She's picking. And also, notice how she did not say, my name's not Trish, so. Well,
Oh, she did.
she's
I heard
accepting
that.
it.
I
No,
thought
when
it-
Dana said it.
Oh, when Dana said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the surprise party story, though. If he told the boss about the panic attacks and everything, shame on the boss, man.
Yeah, I wonder if he did.
At first, I was like, come on, to sue the company. But this seems like a serious issue. He let the boss know, and they still did it. Seems pretty messed up on the boss's part.
Maybe a lack of communication. He didn't tell the people. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't. The party planning committee didn't get the memo. I don't know.
Something.
But,
Something. Yeah. A New Jersey man is suing Dunkin' Donuts. Can you guess why? His coffee was too hot. 39-year-old Evan Arlington says he accidentally spilled his cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, which is wicked hot when they give it to you.
It is, but coffee's hot.
I mean, when we're traveling, say, to Virginia, if I pick up a coffee in my hometown Fairhaven as we leave, I can't drink it till like Fall River, which is, 25 minutes away?
I would say later than that, to be honest.
So, he accidentally spilled his cup of coffee, and it was so hot he suffered second and third degree burns, ouch, in his lap. The lawsuit accuses Dunkin' employees of being negligent in the preparation, sale, and service of the coffee to the plaintiff in that it was too hot. He is seeking unspecified damages for his hospital bills and loss of income. This case is reminiscent of a 1990. Yeah, if you're thinking, I've heard this before, it was 1992 when a New Mexico woman famously sued McDonald's for serving her coffee that was too hot. She suffered burns and eventually reached a settlement with the chain that was worth millions and several lawsuits then followed.
But hear me out. Isn't this why the cups say caution hot?
Yeah, caution, contents may be hot.
So can you win this lawsuit? Like, they warn you. Also, I'm sorry, but it's coffee. If you ordered a hot coffee, it's going to be hot. Be careful.
Second and third degree burns in his lap. Wow.
Why was what were you doing with this coffee?
Were you holding it between? No.
The only thing I could see was the lid not put on properly.
Then he might have a case, right?
Even then, though, how do you prove that it was them
Yeah.
and not maybe the transfer of it, you and the cup holder? But, like, can you win this case? If the only thing I can think of is Dunkin's, like, just going to pay him out to keep him quiet, like, to shut him up.
That's what McDonald's did. Evidently, they came to a settlement with a woman back in the 90s. So
It's hot coffee.
I know.
Expect it to be hot.
And that's why they started putting that little warning.
Like, I have a feeling
Contents
this guy
might
was,
be
like,
hot.
trying to shotgun his coffee. Like, the moment he
could
got
be.
it, spilt all over. Like, how do you mess this up that
That
bad?
could be.
It's hot coffee. Put it in the cup holder. Let it cool down.
And a baseball story this morning over in Japan, a 20-year-old pitcher named Roki Sasaki is making history. He pitched the first perfect game in the Nippon Professional Baseball League since 1994. In his next start, he pitched another 8 perfect innings, extending the streak to 17 consecutive perfect innings. And that streak is still alive. So next time he goes out, he's still working on a perfect record.
That's impressive.
I guess.
Clayton Kershaw can't relate.
No. Still a lot of debate about that.
Yeah.
He was pulled out in what inning? Seventh?
Seventh, yeah.
Seventh inning with a not just a no-hitter, but he had a perfect game going. I had a quote from Kershaw who said, I understand why the manager did it, and I'm cool. I'm still working my way back into shape. But I did a baseball game, I think, that afternoon or the next day with a Dodgers fan, and he was furious. He was like, why do they do that?
Yeah.
This game's going to hell. They're ruining baseball.
I mean, I don't know if that's a prime example of why they're ruining baseball, but
Well, it's just there's so much into analytics now, you know. Well, the numbers say you should do this.
yeah, I mean, the whole reason is because spring training got cut short.
Right.
So pitchers haven't had their typical warm-up time. If you look, it's league-wide. Like, pitchers are only throwing like 80 pitches max.
80 max.
Yeah, that's, and they're going to build up, especially the guys that are throwing 100+ miles per hour. Like, you can't just, granted, these guys should be training year-round. So, I mean, I don't really know what's going on with that. But,
Right.
but you can't just go throwing 150 pitches at 100 miles per hour right off the bat. That's the reason why.
Not going to happen.
Do you maybe, stretch the rule if there's a perfect game going on? Personally, I would.
I
But
would too.
I don't know.
But yeah. All right, time for the Stumpah. We have our brand new Stumpah as Abby was the winner yesterday.
Yeah.
As we begin the second season. Is that
That's what
you're
I'm calling it.
All right,
Yeah.
second season of Stumpahs here. So Abby's in the lead. Today's question is, the average person needs 7 minutes to complete this common task. What is it? The average person needs 7 minutes to complete this common task.
Yeah, real quick. Dana said the socks looked like crap yesterday. Yes, they're doing this fun thing where they go back and forth quite frequently. Of we look awesome,
Sunday
we
they-
look terrible.
Yeah.
we look awesome, we look terrible.
Sunday they looked awesome.
Yeah.
They went out to like a 4-0 lead. Then they got 5 more runs
Something like that.
in the late innings.
Just kept on hitting.
And then yesterday was the other way.
Yeah, pitching is like all over the place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We just got to hang on. Just hang on for the ride. Maybe this is a good thing, though, because typically, if you have a really great team in the beginning, they lose.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow.
They
lose the
run
World
out of-
Series.
yeah.
They run out of gas. They stink. So maybe this is what we need to do.
We shall see.
We'll see.
A lot of, but the pitching. A lot of people are saying, we didn't do anything in the off season.
Yeah.
To strengthen our pitching. So
We got Trevor Story, which is nice.
Yeah.
That was a big move.
Yeah.
Didn't actually think we were going to make that move. We made the move. It was nice. But yeah, we could have used maybe a pitcher. Maybe there's trades. Maybe.
could happen.
Maybe.
Chris
Maybe we'll
Sale. Chris Sale is not coming back until June, and then I'm predicting he's going to hurt himself again.
trade. Let's hope not. Okay? Let's hope not.
He's just always hurt.
But maybe this is what the universe wants for us. Slow
be.
start, amp it up midway through.
All right.
People are like, oh, look at the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are so good. Boom.
It's
Red
April.
Sox. Yeah.
It's April.
Yeah, and I'm not. The Yankees just lost to the Orioles.
Did they really?
They lost a series to the Orioles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That team is just for the past few years, it's been filled with so many egos. You know what I mean? There's been so many, they bring in this star, they pay this guy all this money. So.
Oh, the Yankees?
Yeah, the Yankees.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the Orioles. I'm
No.
like, the only person I can think of is Manny Machado, and he's been gone for a while. I was like,
No, the Oreos, I think, remember...
he called them the Oreos. You guys hear that?
I do that.
He's got cookies on the mind, man. He's got cookies on the mind.
The Orioles.
Yes.
There you go. I think they were one of the teams that... Remember a player came out and said, I feel sorry for those fans because management just doesn't care.
That's the thing. Someone came out. I forgot who wrote this tweet, and I'm pretty sure it was the Orioles and the Pirates. He was calling out, and he was like, "Shame on you guys! Like when people are talking about ruining baseball, it's you guys. Like spend the money, get some players to give the fans something to watch."
And he did say, if you're not going to spend the money, sell it.
Yeah, sell the team.
Sell the team to somebody
who's going to get some players and do something because they're basically like AAA teams.
Yeah,
it's. I don't even know if I can name somebody on the Pirates right now. I got nothing. Or the Orioles, to be honest.
Michael Chavis, who used to play for us.
Oh,
Chavis.
Who does he play for?
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
yeah.
Poor guy.
Imagine that, being traded from the Red Sox to the Pirates.
That stinks. Hopefully he's getting paid a lot of money.
All right.
Makes it a little bit sweeter. We got a lot of answers here.
All right, the average person needs 7 minutes to complete this common task. What is it?
Dana said wake up.
Wake up.
Nope. Not it. A lot of people said shower. I'm just going to one for all of you. Nope, incorrect.
What did I figure out once? Because you guys were always accusing, a dad shower's like, do you even get wet?
Yeah.
I think I timed it once, and I was like a 3-minute shower.
Yeah, pretty quick. Some would say too quick. I love the shower, man.
Do you?
I think we talked about this early on. I take long showers, not even because like I'm busy like washing every follicle of my back hair. No, I love the shower. It's just so calming to be in the shower. So, like, I've had people try and convince me to take cold showers. It's healthy for you. I'm like, why would I ruin my favorite time of the day?
I can't do it.
I love a good shower.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful.
Okay.
You ever just get lost in thought in the shower?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had that happen.
I always imagine that when we talk about things like this in detail during the Stumpah, people are, like, cursing us. They're like, just go to the next
just
answer.
Just get to the damn
question.
We
don't care about your shower, Matt. Everybody cares about my shower. Anyways, a lot of people said brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. No.
7 minutes?
That seems a little aggressive.
I think that's actually harmful at that point. We need to talk to dentists, but I'm pretty sure that's over-brushing.
Am I scraping off enamel?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 minutes, maybe a max of 3 if you're like a try-hard. But I don't know if you're including like flossing and staring at yourself in the mirror. Like I don't know where you're getting 7 minutes from.
You got one of those fancy electric things. Does it have a timer?
Yeah, it like sputters when you get to like 2 minutes. Like it stops and then it continues, just in case you want to be an overachiever. Lets you keep going.
We're BSing during the answers.
Yeah, people hate it. It's lovely. Justin says make breakfast. That's
make
a good
breakfast.
Answer.
No, it's not.
No. Diane says iron a shirt.
No, not iron a shirt.
I think Trish is a pretty good ironer.
She is.
I think she could get that done like 3 minutes.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah. Gail says get dressed.
Get dressed. No,
that's a pretty good answer. Yeah. I've never timed myself, but I feel like that's accurate.
You have to decide what you're gonna wear.
Yeah. Abby says pick out an outfit and get dressed. So she's including picking out the outfit. No,
that's not it.
Justin says make a coffee.
No. Not to make a coffee.
See, that all depends on what your coffee situation is. Keurig, we're talking like a minute and a half, maybe. By the time it heats up, starts spitting out the coffee.
It does have to warm up a little bit.
But if we're talking the fancy things that I don't know the name of, where you got to pour it over, I think it's literally called a pour over, isn't it? Where you heat up you boil the water and then you pour it over the grounds.
I'm not sure about that.
Those are pretty cool. I just don't know if I have the patience for that.
Right.
Maybe for like just a Saturday morning cup of coffee.
That'd be cool
because you got the time. Maybe.
Do they still use the Mr. Coffee? You know, where you put the filter in and the... I don't
know if anyone still uses that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just wastes a lot of coffee. Because, like, some coffee's going to get cold. You're not going to want it. I don't know. It's me personally. Yep. Justin says boil water.
Boil water. Nope.
That's a good guess. Probably. I have no idea how much time it takes because you're not supposed to watch it. Don't watch
a watched pot never boils.
Nailed it.
I was
Thanks,
once
Nana.
told.
Let's see. Gail says pack a lunch.
Pack a lunch. No.
Nope. Incorrect. Abby says make lunch, eat breakfast. No to both.
For those of you listening on the podcast, again, the question is the average person needs 7 minutes to complete this common task. What is it?
Let's see. Abby said eat lunch. She's just going through the meals. Justin says wash dishes.
No, not wash dishes.
That's a good guess. Abby says check notifications.
No, that's not it.
Now, we have another controversy. I got 2 answers back to back. Gail is the first answer here. Fall asleep.
Fall asleep is right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, again, depending on your algorithm or whatever, you may think that someone was before Gail, but we can only go by what he sees on his screen.
Yeah, Gail and Emily both said fall asleep back to back, but on my screen, Gail is first, so I have to go with Gail.
I was wondering if the wording of the question confused people. To complete this common task. I don't think of falling asleep as a task. Washing dishes would be a task, but
I don't know. Falling asleep is it can be very taxing. It's a taxing task. I don't know. I was trying to do something there. Failed. I thought it was the same word. It was not. Once I started saying it, I realized it was not. It's a different word.
Don't you hate it when you're stuck inside something and you're like, this is wrong?
I'm just going with it at this point.
But
at that point, the only thing you can do is call yourself out so that somebody else can't.
That's like yesterday I was doing I was broadcasting a volleyball game, and my partner, who was supposed to do play-by-play, at the last minute could not make it. So suddenly, hello, I'm your play-by-play guy for a sport that I really don't know.
Yeah.
Except that you've got 3 tries to get the ball over the net. That's about all I know.
Okay. You know bump, set, spike. They teach you that in gym class.
That's true.
Maybe not back in your day.
But I was asking Kat and Doug and Marlon and Matt yesterday, what's the difference between a kill and a spike?
That I don't really know.
That I don't know.
No, maybe somebody does.
So anyway, what I was getting at is I made a mistake yesterday, and I realized it, but I was like, do I correct myself? Or one of the teams was at 18 points. So I said on the microphone, I said, Votek is now halfway to a victory. Well, you get a victory at 20. Basically, they needed, I don't know why. In my head, I thought they were halfway there, but of course, they only needed 7 more points to win.
What do they play to? 25?
25.
Oh.
So for some reason,
weird number. I thought it was 21.
For some reason, at 18, I thought they were halfway there for one. And
they're playing to 36.
And I said it, and then I looked at the score, and I'm saying, a little voice in my head is saying, well, you screwed that up. That's not right. So then it becomes, do I correct it, or do I just go and see if anybody noticed?
I don't know. In your situation, I think you let that be. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people would pick up on that one.
Because there was a saying once that if you draw attention to your mistake, people that even missed you making that mistake now know you made a mistake.
See, I try and turn my mistakes into a joke in order to like especially when every now and then you tell a joke that fails, right?
Yep.
Not me, I'm perfect, but other people tell jokes that fail.
I do all the time.
Yeah, no, I tell a joke that fails. I call it like, well, okay, you hit or miss with some jokes.
Yeah.
And then you maybe get a little pity laugh. And, that makes up for the failed joke.
So maybe I should have said something like, well, that math isn't right.
Again, I don't know if it would fit, though, in a broadcast. Yeah. I don't know. Just keep on chugging, Pete.
So congratulations to Gail, the winner in the Stumpah.
Hopefully nobody hates me.
Also, Abby, a winner yesterday. So what do you think about that? 7 minutes to fall asleep.
I don't know. Can you even time it? Like, how do you time it? Because if you wake up and you're like, oh, yep, that's right. It took me 7 minutes. You're awake again. So it's like, did it take you 7 minutes?
Yeah.
That feels accurate, but again, I have no idea.
I think it's accurate. I read before I sleep, so I read until, my eyes start going crazy, or I start reading the same paragraph over and over again because I'm dozing off. Then I put the book down and then obviously within 4 to 7 minutes, I'm out. But going upstairs.
4 to 7, the range. Okay.
Yeah. Going upstairs, turning the light off, putting your head down. That's usually when my brain gets going.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, like, how tired you are. Like, I'm sure there's definitely days where I fall asleep in, like, 3 minutes. So
could be.
I don't know. I have no idea how you would track that.
Time for today's fascinating fact. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona. They didn't want it, though. The Spanish city thought the design was too ugly. So Gustave Eiffel pitched it to Paris instead as a temporary landmark during the 1889 International Exposition. It was supposed to be temporary. French critics didn't like it much either. But of course now, It's there. Everybody's got to see it when you go to Paris.
Yeah, it's also in Vegas.
Did you? How'd I get there? Did you know that it literally grows in the sunlight? Thanks to the thermal expansion that takes place, the Eiffel Tower can grow up to 6 inches taller on warm days. And for some reason, it leans several inches away from the sun because of the heat of the day.
Interesting.
That's wild.
Oh, well, maybe because the side that faces it expands a little bit more than the side that doesn't. So it
Maybe.
tilts.
Could be.
I don't know.
Weighs it over.
Just theorizing. It's my hypothesis.
What was that again?
My hypothesis.
Time for the Tuesday Top 5. And this week we ask, what are your top 5 ice cream flavors? What are your top, or do you have just one that you always get?
I had a little trouble naming 5.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I feel like I stick to a common maybe 3.
Shall we go 5 to 1?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, my number 5 is cookies and cream. Yeah, I like it. I don't go crazy over it. You know, some people say it's Oreo cookie ice cream. I don't go crazy over it, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of cookies and cream. I hope I don't get hate on here.
Oh.
Yeah, not a huge fan.
All right.
Personally. I mean, I'll eat it. Like, I have nothing against it. Not a huge fan. I just went with the classic vanilla at 5. You can't go wrong with a bowl of vanilla ice cream. I know people say it's boring, but
Yeah.
I think it tastes good. Also, base for a hot fudge sundae right there.
Good base, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think I have read for years that the number one favorite kind of ice cream in America is vanilla.
You can't go wrong with vanilla.
I put chocolate at number 4, which might surprise you.
Yeah, pretty low.
I love chocolate so much, but I put chocolate at number 4.
I went with, I don't know if this is like a common one, fudge swirl.
Okay.
Big fan of fudge
Yep.
swirl. It's kind of along the lines of vanilla, but you got a little dash of chocolate.
got a little
in there.
fudge.
Yeah, exactly. I like me some fudge swirl.
My number 3, I think, is Trish's number 1, and that's mint chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
You love me some mint chocolate chip. In fact, she introduced me to that flavor. I had never had it before we started dating many moons ago.
It is kind of a weird flavor to get into. I'm going to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah, well, because you don't really want mint in your ice cream, I feel like. You don't think that you would want something like that. Also, green ice cream may be weird to some people.
I know isn't pistachio ice cream also? I've never had pistachio.
Yeah, I've never had it. Might have to be a Foodie Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never had it.
I think that's green too. So what was your number 3?
Peanut butter cup.
Ooh.
Love me some peanut butter cup ice cream.
That's my number 2.
Ooh, okay.
Coming in at number 2 is peanut butter cup.
All right, my number 2 is chocolate.
Just regular chocolate.
Regular
ice
chocolate,
cream.
just straight up chocolate.
All right, I had that at 4.
All right.
And my number 1 favorite,
Drum roll.
Moose Tracks.
Interesting.
I love me some Moose Tracks.
Now, Moose Tracks is what? It's vanilla ice cream with...
It's vanilla based and it just has chunks of chocolate in it. It has like maybe little peanut butter cups. It has chocolate chunks more than chocolate chips.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do love me some Moose Tracks.
You big chunk over chip guy.
Pretty much, yeah.
My number 1 is the one you mentioned before, mint chocolate chip. I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. I get a lot of hate for it.
But didn't you just say it's weird?
No, I said it can be weird to get into. That's what I was saying. Because you said Trish introduced. You were a little hesitant.
But once you're into it.
And I think it's an older acquired taste. I always thought it was weird as a kid. Now I love it. I can't.
Okay.
And obviously the Michael Scott famous, like the mint chocolate chip from The Office. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But I love mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Any input? What do you think? What are your favorite ice cream flavors?
Yeah, we do have some lists here.
Okay.
Gail says top 5: chocolate, vanilla, chocolate, vanilla, chocolate. So more so chocolate over vanilla is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And then we have Dana. A lot of creative people out here. Dana says top 5: vanilla, 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 vanilla. Okay. Interesting.
How can vanilla be it? I mean, that sounds like your only choice.
I mean, vanilla ice cream is underrated, I think. People think it's boring. I could eat just a straight up bowl, no chocolate syrup, no nothing. No. I could eat a bowl of vanilla ice cream. It's good. It's delicious.
I have to add something to it. I have to add some...
Pete's like, I need some chocolate, some
need some
salt,
Hershey's
a pound of
sauce.
sugar, maybe some gummy worms.
Some sprinkles.
All right. Pete just likes a mosh pit. Yeah, he likes stuff. Abby says number 5, strawberry. 4, cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, strawberry cheesecake, and then classic soft serve twist. That's a good one. Ooh. I forgot about that.
I forgot. Cheesecake, though, is interesting.
I've never had a lot of strawberry on this list.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of strawberry ice cream. I'll eat it. I'm not against it.
You ever get we must have went over the years that what do they call it, Neapolitan, where you've got chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
you
I think
stay
we would
away.
always scoop out of the chocolate and vanilla side. Yeah,
right.
But nothing against. I mean, I'll eat strawberry ice cream. Like it's good. It's just not. I don't think it's top 5 worthy.
Okay.
But yeah, mint chocolate chip at 3. I respect it. Dana says Moose Tracks Rocky Road peanut butter cup. All right, so he's adding on to his all vanilla list there. What's Rocky Road? Is that similar to Moose Tracks? What's in Rocky Road?
I think so. I think so. I might have to go.
Apparently, we need a ice cream taste test.
Yes, we do.
Going on. The awkward part is the show's at 8 a.m., so...
Yeah, I'm not really digging ice cream in the morning, are you?
I'm surprised that you're not, to be honest. Diane says chocolate, coffee, butter crunch, grape nut, butter pecan. What is grape nut? No offense, that doesn't sound good.
How would you describe grape nut to this young man? I don't...
Grape-flavored ice cream with peanuts in it.
I've tasted
my gut reaction.
I've tasted it, but I'm not a fan.
Hey, you know what I was debating putting on my list? And I don't know if I was going to get some hate for this. Sherbet. I like me some sherbet.
I don't
know
sherbet.
if that makes me 100 years old. I like me some sherbet.
I love sherbet. For a while, when I was younger, I was on a low-protein diet for a confusing reason.
Okay.
But I could not eat ice cream, so I had sherbet all the time.
Hey, sherbet's good.
It is good.
I like some sherbet.
It is good. All right, Rocky Road ice cream is a chocolate-based ice cream flavor mixed with chopped almonds, so you wouldn't like it.
Nah.
And also marshmallow pieces. That's
that's
what
cool,
sets it
but
apart.
the almonds, nah. Let's see. Dana's just adding on to his list here. Maple walnut and butter crunch.
Maple walnut's good.
What? I wonder what butter crunch. Apparently, I need to try a bunch of ice creams. I don't explore enough, I guess, in all areas of food.
I think we might have to check with the budget director for us to get a.
We're not going to get massive containers of all of these ice creams.
We'll get small containers.
We won't have room in the freezer. We'll run out of room and then it'll melt everywhere.
Grape nut ice cream, milk, sugars. Oh, this is all the ingredients. Grape nuts.
So there it is. It's grape
flour, natural, artificial flavors.
Pete's telling me how to make it.
Cellulose gum is included.
Huh?
And many other things I can't pronounce.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Anyways, we got a lot more. I'll get to those in the post show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time for a weekly feature, it seems. It is Am I the A-Hole, which is a forum on Reddit, if you wonder where I find this stuff. A grandmother is frustrated that her daughter just assumes that she will babysit her grandchild. And it has sparked a fierce discussion on Reddit. Here's how it all boils down. According to the grandmother, of course, we're getting her side. She says, my daughter is a single mom, a real single mom, as the father is not in the picture at all. She works all week, and she has childcare arranged at a reduced affordable rate. She has started to pick up some weekend shifts for extra money and has kind of expected me to babysit because I'm the grandmother. The problem is the grandmother also works all week, and she wants the weekends to herself. She says, I'm actually exhausted, and all I want to do is hang out with my dogs on the weekend. I do not have the energy to chase around a toddler anymore. I had 4 children myself, so I've basically done my time. Now, other family members have told her that it's her job to help out, which frustrates the grandmother. She says there is really no one else, other people are saying, there is really no one else in the family responsible enough to take on that role on a consistent basis. So the grandmother says, yeah, the responsibility falls to me. She says, I feel like I might be being a selfish a-hole, but I'm not sure. So, of course, she took to the internet to find out.
Yes, of course. Yeah. That's where you find out everything.
Now, the responses came out pretty strongly in favor of the grandmother. One person said, this is ridiculous. You are not the a-hole. Your daughter did not even ask. The daughter's being the a-hole. She is not entitled to free childcare. She is not entitled to childcare from you, especially since she didn't even consider the other person's full-time job when assuming that anyone would want to watch a toddler for free on their only days off. Another person added, It was your job to raise your children. That job is done. It's your daughter's job to raise her child, not yours. Anytime you offer to babysit, it should be taken as a favor, not an obligation. Someone else tried to offer a compromise, saying, no, she should not feel obligated to babysit her grandchild, but she should help figure out an alternate solution. You might be done with child rearing, but you're still her mother, the person wrote. The guidance and help to work out a solution will go a long way. Well, that's true.
An interesting fact in the case, though, is that other family members were telling the grandmother that she has to do it.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
And they even said that she's the only one responsible, meaning that they're like, listen, Grandma, I can't do it. I'm not responsible enough.
I can't handle the
You
kid.
should do it, though.
Yeah.
For sure. You should take one for the team. Like, what's up with these other family members? I think maybe they should all step up. Maybe committee, you know? I don't know. I would check in with the family members. No, I don't think she's an a-hole, though. I don't think so. I think she's there for, I agree with, I like the way the last person put it. She's still there for wisdom.
True.
You know, maybe she could, and not even like track down a babysitter. Just offer up a piece of advice. Hey, go to care.com. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
that is
literally, I'm not qualified at all to answer this question. But my personal thing is offer some wisdom.
Yeah.
But she sounds like she had her time. She can't really keep up with a toddler. She needs some peace and quiet on the weekends.
I can totally agree with that. I think in fact, the last time I was down in Virginia Beach, I told Sarah that there is no way I could have done Raising Grampy. I was down there for what, like a year and a half?
Yeah, something like that.
There is no way I could have done Raising Grampy at the speed he's at now.
Yeah, kid doesn't stop.
He's 2, and he does not stop, doesn't take a nap on most days. So it's like, I needed those naps
Yeah.
more for me than for him.
Yep.
You know? So I can understand her point. And if she's working all week,
Yeah.
you know,
And her dogs need love, too. She said she wanted to chill with the pups on the weekend.
there you go.
Yeah. But no, I think maybe offer some advice.
The whole
and,
thing.
back away, off into the sunset.
Do you think the whole thing might be a communication issue? I mean, the daughter just assumed Grammy would be there on the weekends.
I mean, maybe since she decided to solve this problem by going to strangers on the internet, I think maybe there's a communication problem of some kind. She thinks strangers on the internet can be more help than just discussing it.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a red flag.
Sometimes I read these things and I go, really? Because, I mean, when we have personal things come up in our lives, we kind of solve them in our little circle and nothing goes on Facebook. You know, but right away, we're going to the internet here.
The way I do it, if there's a problem, we talk about it straight up. I don't hide nothing.
That's it.
Pete, you annoy me. You talk to me.
On a daily basis.
No. You talk to me way too early in the morning. I'm not a morning person. You know what Pete did? He walks in, wake up, and then that's it. I say, remember, he's like, okay, cool. And then we don't talk to each other until we start the show.
Well, if we do pass each other as we're getting ready, I will say good morning.
Yeah.
And you give me a grunt, or you give me a...
It's a morning grunt. It's a good morning grunt.
Right. Because I'm just...
You just need to adapt to the grunts.
I was raised that way. If I see you for a second, I gotta say good morning.
My brain's not awake enough to respond, so you guys have all adapted to the grunt. That's how you handle it. That's how you handle situations.
Any thoughts about our grandmother here?
Lots of thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Diane says, Jima, not an a-hole.
Okay.
So there we go. Sweet,
Yep.
short and simple. Sweet and simple. Short
and simple.
Short and sweet.
I like it.
I think that's the combination I was looking for.
Okay.
Dana says, being a single dad grandma's not being an a-hole. My parents helped me out huge, but also took time for themselves, as they should. I like it.
Cool.
Abby says, it depends. Did the grandmother make it seem like she would and it was no big deal, and then once it happened, it was too much?
Oh.
Good point.
All right.
Could be a case
Yeah.
of that, and then maybe, the kid got older, and they haven't had the discussion yet of like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. Again, maybe some communication.
Could be.
I don't know. Abby said, I think a simple conversation with the daughter and not the internet would clear this up. Hire a babysitter for 3 weekends and have Graham watch for the last. It's a good compromise.
That's a good compromise.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Danny says, my daughter is now an adult, and I still make sure there are people around to help her when I go away if shit goes sideways. There
That's
we go.
a good plan.
But he said people. He didn't say just one specific grandma.
Right.
Grandma, you're stuck with this. Not people, committee. Abby says, I hate how people are like, oh, kids are grown. My job is done. It doesn't work like that. Pete can totally agree, right, Pete?
That's right. That's right. How old are you?
At least 5 times a week, I'm like, Pete, do my laundry. No, I'm kidding. I do my own. We've been doing our own laundry since middle school.
Yeah, mom, hey, my mother did everything for me and my brother.
Oh, she explains a lot. Am I right, guys?
No.
Am I right?
My mother did everything. So when we got married, Priscilla was like, our kids are going to know how to do things. You know, because...
Well, the first conversation was, I'm not going to do everything for you, Peter. Amen, Trisha. Amen. Yeah. But
You
yeah,
go,
no,
girl.
I think, honestly, maybe elementary school. I don't even know. We've been doing laundry for a long time.
at least middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Trish sometimes critiques how I do laundry.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't say anything unless you're going to damage your clothes. Like if you're washing black with white, I'd say, nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, mainly it's when I try and put way too many clothes in one load.
Well, that can hurt.
Yeah, she's like, don't break my washing
Don't
machine.
break my
I'm
washer.
like, I'm not. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, if you've ever wondered, am I the a-hole? Researchers have come out with a handful of traits to identify an a-hole.
Oh, okay.
All
Let's hear 'em.
It's a handful of traits that evidently every a-hole has in common. Science has figured out what makes certain people do certain things and become unlikable. Common traits shared among universally disliked people include being manipulative, being aggressive, and having a hard time controlling their anger. I could see that. People commonly perceived as a-holes don't care about what others are thinking, and they don't care how they are perceived.
I hope we're not counting the time I threw my marker across the room during Sib's trip.
You were just frustrated at the contest.
Yeah, it was also more for the gram, you know.
Yeah,
more
right.
for the content.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Going
A little
for
bit
the
of me. Yeah, I'm just fronting. It was all anger.
Now, how many of us instantly thought of someone who's like this?
Was it me?
No names.
Be honest. Was
no,
it me?
it's not. It's not you.
Thank goodness.
It's no one that's here
Oh,
right
I'm so
now.
worried. I was like, man, I'm getting fired after today. Pete read this article and had an epiphany like, wow, Matt needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, manipulative. Sometimes when we do Foodie Friday, I'm like, really? An 8? He's like, okay, an 8.5.
You get me to change every time, don't you?
Hey, that says more about you than me. I'm just asking you. I'm like, really, an 8? And he's like, I think maybe it's like an insecurity of
Yeah,
yours.
it's
You're
like,
like, oh, Matt doesn't
I
like
do
my
it wrong?
score.
Oh, wow.
10. It's a 10. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give it a 2.
Today's random question: what invention do you think has greatly improved the world?
The Pete Braley Show, for sure.
Obviously.
100%.
Now, of course, you could answer this probably with a list. You know, where would we be without this? But I mean, give me one. What one invention do you think has greatly improved the world?
Plumbing, indoor plumbing.
Same thing.
Were you going to say that?
I was going to say the same thing.
I feel like that's like got to be the number one answer, right?
It's got. I mean, you know, late at night, you got to go out in the backyard to the what they call them,
Outhouse.
The outhouse.
Yeah.
You don't know if there's a skunk walking around or anything.
True.
You know,
It could be
it's-
like spiders and stuff. I don't do spiders.
And
How does an outhouse work? Like, does it just becomes like compost? Is that like there's a giant hole, right? And then it just becomes compost or something?
I guess.
I don't know. I've never used an outhouse.
I don't know how it's treated.
Yeah,
But
but I don't know.
I don't know if it ever was treated.
It just feels gross.
Do you remember No, you don't. You don't remember the garage we had in the backyard?
We had a garage in our backyard.
When we bought this house, there was a garage. But
Why don't we have a garage now?
Well, it was in need of repair.
Okay.
And at one point there was no roof over part of it.
Oh,
However, as you come down our driveway into the garage and then go to the left, there was a 2-seater outhouse.
what? I never knew this about this
You
place.
know this?
Why didn't we keep it? That would have like not to use. Don't get me wrong. We would never use that thing. But how funny if we just had an outhouse and like guests came by and they were like, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom?" And I was like, "It's out there." Sorry. By the way, we don't waste here. So is there a second person that needs to go? You guys can go together. You said it was a 2-seater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 people. We go by 2s in this house.
Yeah.
We're very close.
And like I said, part of the roof was gone, so I could actually
Part of the roof of the outhouse?
part
Oh
of the
my
roof of the
goodness.
garage was gone.
Gotcha.
So you can actually put the garage door up.
Okay.
And you could put the grill underneath. So the grill was out of the rain because of the garage door.
Oh, that's nice.
And all the smoke went up through the hole in the roof.
Oh, wow.
So I could stand out there in the garage and cook your steak.
There we go.
Yep.
That seems kind of nice.
It just,
I thought you said the outhouse had you like pooping under the stars there. That would have been peaceful. That would have been kind of nice. I just can't think of it because like we have neighbors like relatively close. Like, can you imagine?
Yes.
Wow. You should have kept it though. That would have been funny. I'm sure Trish like moved in and the next day it was gone. I know Trish.
I don't think so.
The next day,
I think
gone.
it was there
She's like,
for a
I'm not
while.
going to live up with a place with an outhouse. That's funny.
So what invention do you think has greatly improved the world? We said indoor plumbing. So, of course, the microwave was a big invention. Save people time cooking.
I don't know where that is on my list, but
Yeah.
that's important.
All right.
Who's going to say it? Sliced bread. The greatest thing since sliced bread.
Thing since... Actually, I found out that Betty White was older than sliced bread.
Wow.
So, best thing since Betty White.
There we go. That's the new saying. Everybody say it. All right, we got a couple answers here. Diane says vaccinations. That's a good one.
Right.
Gail says the thermos. It keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. How do it know? How does it know?
What's what?
That's funny though. That is funny. Dana says auto-timed coffee maker. Set it and wake up with fresh coffee brewed. I think the Keurig though only auto turns on. You can make it auto turn on so that it's heated, but you still have to press the button.
Okay. Well,
It's probably a good thing.
You got to put the cup in.
Yeah, I don't think we would remember before bed to throw a cup under there. But yeah,
Wake up to coffee everywhere.
that would be nice. The only thing that pops into my mind is Michael Scott waking up to bacon. We've all seen that episode when he burns his foot.
Yeah, on the George Foreman grill.
He wanted to wake up to fresh bacon. So he sets his alarm, wakes up, puts 3 strips of bacon on the George Foreman grill, hits the snooze, goes back to sleep. He wakes up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. That's how the story goes. Yeah. Anyways, everybody watch The Office. If you haven't, what are you doing with your life?
Really.
Abby says running water. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't have my showers without it.
That's it.
Gotta love it. Abby says there was an outhouse at deer camp. I've never heard a more Vermont statement in my life. That. What's Vermont like? That sentence.
Yeah.
That sentence.
There's an outhouse at deer camp.
Interesting. It's nature's porta potty.
I guess.
Yeah. Except it's not portable at all, so it's really not a porta potty.
No. And I have to think that back in the whatever year, I don't think they were treating stuff too much. You know, they probably fill in the hole and move somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is that how it works? I need to look up the history of outhouses. I guess that's my homework for the day.
There's an interesting assignment.
I'm scared to what I'm going to find. Anyways.
All right. Finally, this morning, an update on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame voting. With just under 5 million ballots cast, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's fan vote is down to its last 2 weeks, and the order remains the same. It hasn't changed much. At number 10 is Kate Bush. Devo is number 9. Lionel Richie is number 8. Carly Simon is number 7. Which, again, Carly Simon is not rock and roll. This should be the Music Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Keep going on the list.
Yeah. Judas Priest is number 6. Dolly Parton, who does not want to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because she says she's not rock and roll, right?
Yep.
Dolly Parton is 5th on the list with 364,000 votes. The Eurythmics are number 4. Pat Benatar is number 3. Eminem, who's not rock and roll.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I love Eminem, but not rock and roll.
He's number 2 on the list. He's got 651,000 votes. And at number 1 so far, Duran Duran has 850,000. You can vote as often as you like at rockhall.com until April 29th. The top 5, as selected by the public, will make up a fans ballot that will be tallied along with the other ballots to select the 2022 inductees.
Yeah, but so there's different Hall of Fame. Like there's the Country Music Hall of Fame. Why not keep it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for only rock and roll, and then make a Music Hall of Fame where it's like the overarching, like everyone's achievements and like massive achievements.
I mean, everybody like the 4 tops are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They don't do rock and roll.
Like you said though, it's become like the Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But why not just make it the Music Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
I feel like it's messed up for like the rock and roll people.
I agree.
Because like you're not going to see Eminem make it to the Country Music Hall of Fame. That's not how that works.
It's not going to work at all.
Yeah.
No.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show coming up in just a bit. That's where we catch up on some chats we might have missed and hang out for a little bit. If you must go, we leave you with our thought for the day. And our thought today is decide how the person you want to be would act, and then act that way, even when it's really, really hard. All right. Fake it till you make it, right? All right. We'll be right back with the post show.
We back.
Yeah, right. Trying to find a story here that I saw before we started this morning.
About outhouses.
By the way, you got a comment about about how they treated these things?
Yeah, Gloria says back in the day, lime, etc. was used in the outhouses. You were saying that's like a chemical.
Is lime a mineral?
Chemical, mineral, something.
they
And
use
Gloria
that
says
to-
scary place in the middle of the night. Scary or peaceful?
You never know.
And what do you got to bring a lantern out there?
I would think so.
You know, I'm just playing my Wordle in an outhouse.
Did you bring a magazine? Oh, yeah, I did read this morning, and we'll have it for. I'll have the details for tomorrow.
Okay.
But evidently, the most popular place for Americans to play Wordle is on the John. The majority of Americans play it when they're on the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, I have no shame.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
Occasionally.
I enjoy playing it.
Hey, you're
Sometimes,
there, right?
you know, if you're struggling with it, maybe like on the couch, maybe try. Switch up the brain.
Yeah, different
I don't know.
environments?
Maybe. I
Yeah.
have no idea. But yeah, the only thing is I expose myself. I shouldn't have said that word, in this context. Sounds weird. But I expose myself to the group chat, which is even weirder because it's all family in that group chat.
Yeah,
Let me finish the story, guys. I expose myself that I'm on the John in the group chat because Pete knows because we live in the same house.
Right,
So I'll
right.
send it in the group chat that I finished the Wordle. And then
My phone goes ding, and I go, oh, he's playing Wordle.
and then I come out of it. He's like, I know what you're doing. I'm like, buzz off, Pete.
Hey, leave me alone.
Listen,
Yeah.
we all got flaws, okay, Pete. Anyways, Diane said, wouldn't lime be okay because it counteracts the acidity of the human waste? You're asking the wrong people.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Science was not my big thing.
I just
but
learned there was an outhouse in my yard 5 minutes ago.
I would assume so.
Where was
I would
it?
assume so. Where was the out? Oh, you know that patch of grass that's behind the shed?
The patch of grass that grows a lot faster than everything else.
That's probably why.
Wait, no, the patch of grass by the shed?
No, behind the shed.
Oh, behind
You
the
know,
shed?
remember how
over there?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. The grass does grow really well over
Yeah,
there.
it does.
We found the secret, guys. We found the secret.
If you're having trouble with your lawn this year, just poop.
Can you get arrested for that? Probably.
Probably.
Don't do that. That's
Yeah.
like indecent exposure and just weird. That's just, don't do it. But yeah, funny enough, that was an outhouse and then a chicken coop. So it's really
That's
fertile
right.
over
We
there.
had the
Yeah.
chickens over there.
Very fertile grass.
The kids in what, third grade, second grade, they had some chickens in their
In
class.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little chicks.
So then school vacation was coming up, and the teacher was like, I got to find out what I'm going to do with these chicks. And it was, I don't know if it was Doug or if it was Sarah. Somebody said, oh, we'll take them at our house. So we were like, okay, we're going to have chickens. So
Yeah, we had them for a while. And then I think I got sick. Someone got sick from the eggs because we were eating the eggs.
right. And they were good.
They were good, but
yeah.
I think I got sick like one time. It's probably my fault.
Oh,
probably
wow.
wasn't even the eggs. I probably just ate too much
Yeah,
ice
it could
cream or
be.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We stopped eating the eggs. Let's see. Back to the am I the a-hole story. Diane says maybe grandma could do a couple of Saturdays or Sundays, but in exchange, daughter should be willing to cook some meals or do some housework for her mother in exchange. I think there's a million compromises that they
Right.
could do. They
Right.
just got to chat with each other. Or at least maybe the daughter can make a Reddit real quick and just hop on the chain. Be like, Mama, I'm sorry. Take me back.
Yeah.
Baby, come back. Mama, come back.
They should talk to each other instead of bringing it to the internet.
Right.
Don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Danny said, when my parents were snowbirds and came back to Massachusetts, I couldn't touch the washer because I didn't know how to do laundry. Yeah, I think in the beginning, Trish was probably worried. I don't know. I've never talked to her about this, but it's probably nerve-wracking leaving your expensive appliances to a bunch of middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she did teach you all
Yeah,
how
she
to
was
do it.
she was definitely overseeing it.
Right,
I imagine us like starting it and her like jumping in right after we left and like fixing, like changing the settings. Like, nope, that's wrong. Matt just put his colors in hot water and you know. Also, do you put whites in warm water or hot water?
I use hot.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I created a thing where it was like cold colors. You put colors in cold water.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember if I did the same thing with whites, if it was warm whites.
What?
I have no idea.
I see.
And I
what
figure
you're
you can't go wrong with warm water.
No, because
Close
you're
to hot.
You know, you're not making a mistake of going hot or cold. You're warm.
Yeah, I don't know. I should probably ask my mom.
Probably.
Yeah. I think I've just been doing laundry for this long. It's like, maybe I shouldn't ask. Have I been doing it wrong the whole time?
For the longest time, I got out of doing the ironing because now I had never ironed before because my mother did everything. So
I never knew that.
I had never done
interesting
ironing
thing.
before.
Shouldn't
So here I was one, I don't know if it was a work day or if it was a church day. Here I was ironing a pair of, and at the time we did not have a lot of money. So yes, there was some polyester in those pants.
Did you catch it on fire?
No, but what happened was, and hey, you know, life is an open book here on this show, right?
Okay, I'm nervous.
I was in a hurry that day. So I figured I'll put the iron on high because it'll go faster. I melted the pants. There was a definite sign of the iron down one of the legs. And
Please tell me, did you still wear them?
so no.
That
So
would have been funny.
I ruined those pants and I was like, see, Priscilla, I can't iron.
Oh,
'cause I
you did
ruined
it on
pants."
purpose.
No, I did not.
Ma, I got something to tell you.
No.
Yeah. Pete's doing the ironing from now on.
But when I went down to Virginia to play Raising Grampy for what turned out to be a year and a half because of the pandemic and deployments and all this stuff, Doug and Sarah, they don't iron much because
Sarah steams. Sarah's a big steamer.
Right. She is
Yeah.
a steamer.
Yeah.
And they also tell me there's a setting on the dryer that says wrinkle free. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm never fast enough to get them out and shake them out.
True, yes.
So when I was down there, I learned how to iron it and never put it on high to go fast. That's not something I ever did.
That's funny.
again.
I wish they caught on fire. That would have been funny. That would have been funnier, but that's a good story.
See me running for the extinguisher. Where is it?
I also do what you're not supposed to do, and I do laundry super late at night, so sometimes like I fall asleep before I'd finish. So like a load will sit in the washing machine like overnight. I know you're not supposed to do that.
It happened last night.
And you're not supposed to leave it in the dryer because it gets super wrinkled.
Right.
Although I found it doesn't really get that wrinkled in the dryer. At least that's my personal finding.
Okay.
Maybe I just don't have stuff that gets wrinkled.
Could be.
Like maybe just t-shirts and jeans are all right to
Yep.
do that with.
Could be.
I don't know, but yeah, I do that sometimes, and I feel like it's okay. Every now and then, maybe in the summer, you do that, and the clothes in the washing machine get pretty musty, and you got to rewash.
Gotta
them,
do it.
You know,
Gotta
I've
do
probably run into that once or twice. Anyways, ice cream. We got some ice cream
Yeah, a
flavors
lot of
I
ice
get
cream.
to. Justin says fudge brownie, coffee chip, vanilla, Neapolitan, M&M cookie sandwiches. Oh, throwing cookie sandwiches in there.
M&M cookie sandwiches?
You know what that is? It's like the chocolate chip cookie sandwiches.
Oh, right.
But with M&M.
With M&Ms, okay. Yeah.
I'm a big ice cream sandwich guy. I do love me an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, wow. Do you
Especially
like
the one with the classic one with the wafers?
You like the classic? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Pretty much any ice cream sandwich, to be honest.
So I think it was Diane also that mentioned coffee ice cream, which
Yeah.
is a New England thing, isn't it? I think.
I don't know, but I think I mentioned this a long time ago. I don't remember, but I haven't had coffee ice cream since I started drinking coffee. So I don't know if I would like coffee ice cream now. I hated it my whole life, but I also hated coffee.
Right.
But now I really like coffee. So I wonder, I'll have to test it out. I don't know.
Mocha chip is really good. I like that. That should have probably been on my list.
All right, redo the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. My name's Pete Braley with my son, co-host, executive producer, all-around great guy, and garbage man, Matt.
You are remembering this morning. Very good.
Yes,
Very good.
always. But don't ask me to get you a cup of water. I'll forget.
Okay.
What else we got here? Glory says, "Yup, moose tracks." I think I've had it before, just not in a while.
It's just got a lot of-
refresh myself on some moose tracks.
It's got a lot of stuff in it, and it's just so good.
Dana says, "I can't do mint chocolate chip. Hate it. No bashing to anyone."
Wow.
A little bit of bashing to me. I said it was my favorite, Dana.
Hey, Trish, no mint chocolate chip at work.
Yeah, I guess not.
That's not going to happen.
I guess not. Diane says, Breyers or Breyers?
Breyers.
Breyers mint chocolate chip is not artificially colored green.
Oh, that's right. It is.
It's like chocolate flavored, colored, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say vanilla. No,
Oh, well, there's one that's mint chocolate chip, and it looks like it's chocolate ice cream.
but you're right. Breyers is not green.
Interesting. That kind of throws me off, though. I do expect it to be green. Oh, Gail says, Dana, you listed 6. Dana, you're out. No more top 5 for you. You got to follow the rules, Dana.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I think Dana mentioned like 80. Dana just kept on going.
Likes his ice cream.
With more. Well, he started off with 5 vanillas, and then I think he realized, all right, maybe I got to add some more.
Yeah.
So he started adding more.
Okay.
Let's see. Gary says vanilla bean with some apple pie. That's true. You got to have vanilla. That's why vanilla ice cream it's so versatile.
It goes with everything. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hot fudge sundaes, like you said.
Danny says vanilla is just simple. I think that's why it's number 1. Amen. And it's good. You can always count on vanilla. It's always there for you. It's always there for you when you need it. When there's tears streaming down your face, vanilla's got your back.
Wow, that's so deep. That is so deep. We're seeing another side of Matt.
I was trying to think of more things that rhymed. I was going to turn it into a song. My brain's not there yet.
Not there.
Gloria says vanilla, coffee, strawberry, peanut butter, moose tracks. Solid list. I got to try coffee though.
Yeah.
Dana says I'm an EMT. I can't count. Giggle. As long as you can calculate measurements, that's important.
And as long you guys can do that med math pretty fast.
Yeah, so as long as you got that, nobody cares whether or not you can do trigonometry. Abby says, come up here to try the maple creamies. What is that?
Wow.
Sounds good, though.
It does.
I like me some maple candy, like the maple truffles.
Are we past sugaring season now, Abby, or are they still doing it? What, they tap the trees?
Pete just wants to tap a tree and just stick his face underneath it.
No bucket.
Pete's like, who needs a chopstick? Oh, that was salty. Damn it. You try and make connections. Sometimes you fail. Close, though. Salt and sugar.
Yeah.
You try. You try and you fail. Danny says sherbet is great. It is. I love sherbet.
I love it.
Gail says sherbet is refreshing on a hot summer day. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Gail says, I have served my children ice cream for dinner on many occasions, but never for breakfast. There you go.
I think we've done that. Mom and I
ice cream for dinner?
Well, Mom and I, not as a family thing, but I think Mom and I recently went out and had hot fudge sundaes, and then it came dinner time, and we're like, I'm not hungry, are you? So,
I don't remember the invite. Thanks, guys.
Sorry. You might have been away.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Might have been away.
No, that's fine.
Plus,
nah, you know how much I love dinner, though. I would never do ice cream for dinner because I love dinner too much. I'll do ice cream for dessert, but I need dinner.
He won't do breakfast for dinner.
No, we've been over that many times. I just love dinner food. My favorite time of the day, dinner. Mm-hmm. Lunch is a close second because it's like a part-time. It's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a budget dinner,
Okay.
Not a full-fledged meal.
Right.
Step below. It's just a budget dinner. I love both lunch and dinner. Breakfast, I just eat because you have to, to stay alive. Basically.
But if we go out, you enjoyed breakfast, right?
Yeah, but notice what I get. I get biscuits and gravy with chicken on top. So I'm sneaking some dinner in there.
But what do you get around here if you go out for breakfast? Do you get an omelet?
Yeah, I like omelets. I like linguiça cheese rolls around here. Big fan. I mean that I'm sneaking some linguiça in there a little bit more towards dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just me. But I do like omelets. Toast, big toast guy. Love me some toast.
Oh, yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Toast is the vanilla ice cream of breakfast foods. It always has your back.
I'm not going to disagree.
It always got your back, man.
Yeah.
What else? A lot of people talking about ice cream. I love it. Diane says grape nut, very old fashioned.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I got to try it though. This is a new me. I got to try things.
Mm-hmm.
That's like someone called me out for not seeing a lot of movies. I forgot where it was, but yeah, someone said I haven't seen anything. True, but I'm working on it. You saw my top 5 list of movies. Those are all like classic movies. Pulp Fiction. Shawshank Redemption. The Truman Show.
True.
I don't see all you guys watching the Truman Show on a Saturday night.
Right.
Yeah.
And remember, he's 23. So
Yeah.
the fact that he hasn't seen The Shining, which came out in 1970,
Also, scary movies are... I don't get like super scared by scary movies. I don't mind. I actually kind of like scary movies.
Do you?
But I think it's a weird thing to watch alone.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, I don't know, it's just kind of creepy to watch a scary movie alone.
Right.
And most of the times, just because I stay up later than everyone, I watch my movies in my room.
You want it to be a shared experience with someone, or so you
Maybe.
can talk about it, or
Yeah, maybe it makes it less scary. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I'll watch The Shining, okay? And I'll have nightmares for 3 weeks. Thank you. But I'll do it just because you guys made me. Great.
sorry.
Who else is talking about ice cream? Let's get back to something nice.
Yes.
Ice
Lovely
cream.
ice cream.
Danny says Butter Crunch is very similar to Heath Bar Pieces. What's in a Heath Bar? I don't remember.
Caramel. There's like a wafer, isn't there?
Are there nuts?
Obviously chocolate. I don't remember nuts in a Heath bar.
Okay.
Right.
Because I don't really do.
I
nuts
just
in my
realized.
candy bars. Not a fan of wafers in candy bars, but I'll do it. I'm not against it. Twix is good. That's like a cookie.
Right.
Wafer.
I just realized that Trish and I have not made ice cream
In a long time.
in a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got an ice cream maker for Christmas.
Maybe that's the mint. I'm pretty sure there is a mint recipe. You
we
guys
did a
made
mint,
it,
yes.
but it looks like chocolate.
Oh,
Maybe that's
you might
what
be
I'm
right.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Because you don't artificially color it. Because
Well,
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, we got an ice cream maker, I think, for Christmas.
No, she got it for you for like Father's Day or your birthday. or
Oh,
something.
okay. All right. And we were making ice cream like every couple of weeks. I would go online, find recipes for cookies and cream and different types of mint chocolate chip. Mm-hmm. But we stopped doing that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back into it.
Anyways, this is a good show about ice cream.
Yeah. A lot of fun stuff today. Thank you so much. And we're off to figure out what we're going to do with our visiting Virginians.
Maybe hit up the storm bunker. I don't know.
I know. It's still
Maybe hit
blowing
up
out
the
there.
outhouse bunker.
No matter what today, here we go with the props again on the coffee mug. Go out and make it a great day.
Peace.